The resistance R to the motion of a car is partly constant and partly proportional to the square of the speed. When the speed is 30 km per hour, the resistance is 190 newtons. And when the speed is 50 km per hour, the resistance is 350 newton. Okay? Find for what speed the resistance is 302.5. Okay? That is a WAEC question. So I want you to pay attention now. I'm very sure you've written this. Okay. It's simple. You can try it, okay? Try it and give me your answer in the comment section before I solve. Okay. Now, the resistance R to the motion of a car is partly constant. So R is partly constant. Let us represent the constant as C. Okay, R equals to C, and the resistance is also partly proportional to the square of the velocity of the speed. So R is proportional to the square of the speed. V is the speed. So R varies as the square of the speed. Okay, when the speed is 30 km per hour, V equals to 30 km per hour. The resistance is 190 newtons. So R equals to 190 newtons. Now, when the speed is 50 km per hour, V equals to 50 km per hour. The resistance is 350 newtons. 350 newtons. For what speed? Find for what speed the resistance is 302.5 newton. The meaning of that question is that you have to calculate the speed when the resistance is 302.5 newton. So we are looking for the speed when the resistance. Okay, let's represent R as the resistance. When the resistance is 302.5 newton. Okay, now let's proceed to calculate what we have to calculate. Well, before we can do that, we first have to change this variation sign to an equals to sign. So I'm going to have R equals to kV squared. You understand? So we have to write a single expression for R. You understand? Okay. If you have maybe you missed our previous class, I've already explained. Are you guys what I'm trying to say? If you want to write a single expression for R, you are going to add this and this together. So R is equals to C plus KV squared. Do you understand? You see, the same R is partly constant. That is, a part of R is constant and a part of R varies with respect to the square of another variable. Are you getting it? So you can see now. So if you want to write a single expression for R, you're going to have C plus KV squared. Do you understand? Okay, so there is nothing more on partial variation. Just know how to interpret your question. Are you getting it? So now, having done this, we can easily calculate the value of C and K, because we cannot do anything unless we know the value of C and K. Are you getting it? We cannot solve for the value of V unless we know the value of C and K. And with respect to the information that you have been given in the question, with respect to the parameters that you have been given in the question, we can calculate the value of C and K by substituting each of these parameters into this formula. Are you getting it? So now, how is 190 here? I'm going to have 190 equals to C plus, now V is what? 30, right? So I'm going to have V plus 30 squared, C plus 30 squared multiplied by K, right? Yes. And for this, I'm going to have R is 350. I'm going to have 350 plus equals to C plus, now I'm going to have 50 square K. You see, this K is here and this C is here. The goal here now is to determine the value of C and K. Are you getting it? So now let's proceed. I can rewrite this equation as 190 equals to C plus, now 130 squared. That will give us what? 900, right? I mean 30 squared, sorry. 30 squared will give us 900. So I'm going to have C plus 900K. Do you understand? Okay. And for the next one, I'm going to have 350 is equals to C plus, now 50 squared. If you take the square of 50, you are going to have, if you take the square of 50, you are going to have 2500. Do you understand? 50 squared means 50 times 50. So I'm going to have 2500 here. Okay. Now, you can call the first equation equation 1, and you can call the second equation equation 2. So this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. Now subtract the second equation from the first equation to eliminate the value of c and get the value of k. Do you understand? Okay, this one is the simultaneous equation now, and to solve a simultaneous equation you can use elimination method or substitution method, even graphical method, but because this is, you can just use elimination method here to eliminate the value of c and get the value of k. So if you know you are not competent or you are not fast with simultaneous solving simultaneous linear equation using any of the three methods, kindly check the playlist on this channel. Are you getting it? So let's go. 190, we're going to do it step by step. Okay, 190 minus 350, that is 160, right? So I'm going to have minus 160 equals to c minus c, that is 0. 900 minus 2500, that will give us negative 1600 minus 1600k. Do you understand? Okay, so to get the value of k, the next step is that you have to divide both sides by 1600. So I'm going to have this over negative 1600 and this over negative 1600. Okay, so the value of k here equals to 160 divided by 1600, that will give us 0.1. Do you understand? And you might leave your answer in fraction, you understand, but you can just make use of 0.1, because if you want to leave your answer in fraction, you're going to have 1 over 10. Do you understand? You're going to have 1 over 10, so you can leave your answer in fraction, 1 over 10 or 0.1. Okay, now back to the question. Let us find the value of c. Since we've known the value of k, you can easily determine the value of c by substituting the value of k into any of these equations. So let us make use of equation 1. Equation 1 is 190. 190 equals to c plus 900k. Do you understand? So now 190 is equals to c plus 900 multiplied by 1 over 10, right? Yes. So 190 is equals to c plus 90. Do you understand? Because 900 times 1 is 900. 900 divided by 10 is what? 90. Okay, so you can make c the subject of the formula to get the value of c. So c equals to 190 minus 90. Okay, so c equals to 100. Now we've gotten the value of c and k, so we can rewrite this equation that you see here. This formula that you see here we can write it as r equals to, r equals to c, which is 100, plus kv. What is k? K is 1 over 10 or 0.1. So just use 0.1 v squared. Okay, now don't forget the goals, our goals. We are told to look for the value. Please, I'm coming. I'm trying to get the question now. Okay, we are asked to look for the speed. Okay, for the speed when the resistance is 302.5. So you can easily determine the speed now. The resistance is what? 302.5. So I'm going to have 302.5 equals to 100 plus. You see, what I'm doing now is that I'm substituting the value of r as 302.5 into this connection. Are you getting it? This one that you see here is the formula connecting both r and v. That is, at any given of r, at any given value of r, I can get the speed, and at any given value of the speed, I can get the r. You understand? So this is the formula connecting both r and v. Now when r is equals to 302.5 Newton, I'm going to have 302.5, which is r, equals to 100, which is the constant that I got, plus 0.1 multiplied by v squared. Do you understand? Okay, 302.5 minus 100 equals to 0.1 v squared. What I did is that I just take this 100 to the left hand side of the equation, so I got the negative sign. Now for this, subtract this from this, subtract this from this, I'm going to have 202.5 equals to 0.1 v squared. To get the value of v, first divide both by 0.1. 202.5. Okay, 202.5 divided by 0.1, that is 2025. Okay, 2025 equals to v squared. Okay, to get the value of v, take the square root of both sides. So I'm going to have v equals to square root of 2025. Okay, the square root of 2025, let's say the square root of 2025 is equals to 45. So now the value of V, don't forget the units, okay? The value of V is equals to 45 kilometer per hour. Kilometer per hour. Do you understand? Okay, so that is the solution to both partial derivation questions. So if you come across this in your exam, I'm very sure you'll be able to solve it. Now let me give you the steps in solving partial derivation question. You see, almost all the partial derivation question, if not all, well, it depends on the question, but all partial derivation question leads to a simultaneous equation. Are you getting it? Because when you are dealing with partial derivation, you are going to have a single variable which part of it is constant and part of it varies with respect to another variable. So just like we have here, part of the resistance is constant and a part varies with respect to the speed. Are you getting it? So you can see now, and when we write the value of R as a single entity, we have R equals to C plus KV squared, because the total R, a part is partly constant and a part of it is partly varies. So if you want to write a single expression for R, you're going to have something like this. So now with respect to the information that you're going to be given, you're going to be given something like this. So you substitute the value to get two equations, then you solve the two equations simultaneously to get the value of the constant and the proportionality constant. When you are done with that, then you can do whatever you have to do in the question. Do you understand? If you have any question, let me know in the comment section, okay? So that will be all for this class. See you in the next class.
To watch the complete class, kindly click on the link in the description of this video or the comment section, okay? See you in the next class.